and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
And big fella, let's get you.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Fournier out there with Nando De Colo. Then there's Batum, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Yabusele in at the 4. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball.
More than comfortable catching and firing. Got to be aware of Batum. He has a ton of confidence in himself.
Pass to Melly. To the middle. And yes, it's good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
To the paint. And he uses the glass on the layup. 6 points for him.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
On the wing, Batum. And another 3 for France.
Well, Batum is a volume three-point shooter. If he has any space whatsoever, he's pulling up. Most likely connected.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
De Colo passes to Batum. And another 3 for France.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Well, when he's hitting from range on a consistent basis, it makes everything easier offensively.
Lays it up off the glass.
Timeout. Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And first time out of the game called for France. And France has possession. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Count it, good. De Colo's got his first bucket of the night.
It hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
The 17-footer pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, it's taken on a different feel since the break. You can see how many more hustle plays are being made.
The score now all even. Luwawu's got 6 points.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Rob. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. De Colo can't get it to go. And here they come. And the 3 ball is good.
And the D really on its heels on that possession, didn't know what to do.
Here's Ertel out to the right wing. Here's Luwawu. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Luwawu's got the game tied up here for France. Inside. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
For the lead. And another 3 for France.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time. 2 for 1, probably the way to go.
I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possession.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And the free throw, no good. And France has possession. It's a one-point game. Wasted no time on that one. He's got 11. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Passes it to Corniche. A 3-ball. And another 3 for France.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
From deep three-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Back to the action after this word. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Rudy Gobert is out there at Corniche. Then there's Batum, and it's Ntilikina in at the 2-guard spot. Another shot. Gobert with the block. Now here's Batum. To the wing on the left. Here's Gobert. Another one falls for France.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Pass to Gallinari. Uncovered. Corniche with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
In perfect timing, with a small lead, they're doing all they can to protect it.
Gallinari against Gobert. And he's good on the 3-ball.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Now a timeout called by France.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Now, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
Yabusele, he's checked in for France. Fournier comes in for Frank Ntilikina. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what France's coach was going over with his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
Thank you, David. Fournier, that's for 2. Oh, and that one had the right spit on it, and it is good. Fournier's got the lead up to 9 now for France. To the middle. Here's Melly. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Nicholas Batum. France leading by 6. Down low. Here's Yabusele, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man. is so unselfish. She's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
Now Gallinari. Just 5 on the clock. There's the triple. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Hands of the ball out of bounds. Fournier last touched it.
Timeout, timeout.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Nicholas Batum.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Gallinari against Batum. From 13, and it's Melly missing.
Now look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
The feed to Gobert. Feeds away. Good on the bucket.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Fournier's gotten everything to drop so far, shooting 4 of 4. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up to score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
Boy, where's the effort defensively? You have got to put up a better fight.
Yeah, it's completely absent, right? I mean, when the effort is this poor, you kind of deserve to get scored.
And France making a change here. DeColo's checked in. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And they go to the intentional foul. 26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
At the line, Nando DeColo.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And he is unable to get the second one.
Can't waste any time here.
And you're right. They desperately need a bucket, and every second matters.
Out left of the wing, all sorts of time. And it's DeColo with the rebound, and he commits the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. At the line, Nando DeColo.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Jumping on the chance to up their lead at the line.
Guys, what's your take?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, it's so important at this stage in the game for everyone to be on the same page and working together.
12 seconds left in the fourth. And it's Gallinari missing. DeColo passes to Batum. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. So France wins it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Ullman, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time